be a hero. You don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Do you mean like Dave Quinnan? You don't think he would toss what he says anyway, do you?
You're not going to win many friends with that attitude, are you? Dave's a good copper, Ben. You could learn a lot from him.
Stuck up git.
Yeah, well, I think he's like a breath of fresh air around this place.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just mean he's not stuck in his ways, is he? He's dead keen. He says what he thinks. He's got bottle.
Yeah, well, I suppose a bloke like that's always going to have a fan club.
Yeah, well, who I like isn't really any of your business, is it?
Oh! Don't be stupid. I've got reinforcements on the way.
Let's go!
Were you anywhere near the Bell and Moon public house?
No, don't even know that one.
I saw you there. I know it was you.
Oh, the thing is, the job's in Colchester.
Colchester? Why are you going to commute there? We'll never see each other.
Well, I don't want to commute. I want us to move to Colchester.
Do you know Clive Shepherd?
No.
Are you sure? He was assaulted earlier today.
We live in a violent world.
Mr. McBride, have you any idea why Johnny Margolis was at the Bell and Moon when Shepherd was done over?
Maybe he drinks there.
Do you smoke, Tony?
Yeah, I like the odd cigar.
Smuggling contraband into the country is a customs matter. But when attacks are carried out in the pubs and streets of Sun Hill and my officers are put in danger, it becomes my business. Do you understand? I'm not having a turf war in Sun Hill.
What's this about? Selling cigarettes. He had some seized by customs. Somebody grasped. He thinks it was match.
Why'd you arrange to meet him then?
I didn't know, did I?
We should do it again sometime.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds like I missed quite a night last night.
Well, it's nothing special, but yeah, it's all right. How about you? How did the anniversary go?
Great. Good. Yeah, you know, just the two of us.
Lovely.
Still, that's all you need, eh?
Right, Sam, you're in CAD. Nice sitting down job. Cheers, Sarge. Nick, you're in the Panda with...
Not here, Sarge.
Well, has anybody seen him?
No, Sarge.
He's not one of the walking wounded from yesterday, is he?
Not him, no chance.
No, not a scratch on him. Well, in that case, Tony, you're in the area car with Dave. Right, I've no need to remind you, those of you that have bothered to turn up, that we've got a volatile situation after yesterday's events. Now, it's been a quiet night, but there's no guarantee it'll last. So I want you to listen out on the radio, and if it does blow up, I want a sharp response. OK, let's get on with it. Tony. Haven't seen Nick, have you?
No. Well, he didn't come to the pub last night. We were there till late.
What about this morning?
No sign.
Right.
Morning, sir.
Morning. I gather there are no developments on the McBride front.
No, I had a talk with Customs.
Do they have anything for us?
Just a gentle reminder that cigarette smuggling is their territory.
They're welcome to it, until it causes problems in our territory. Matthew, everything all right?
Apart from one absentee, sir.
Who's that?
Nick Klein.
Well, what's wrong with him?
I don't know, sir. I think he's got a problem with mornings.
He wasn't one of our walking wounded yesterday.
No, sir. I'm going to go down to the section house and check him out.
It better be good. If Quinnan and Haywood can turn out, he'll have to be at death's door, or I'll know the reason why.
Sir.
So where'd you go then?
Nowhere.
When you turned down a drink with the lads, I thought you had some glittering occasion planned.
We glittered in front of the TV.
On your first anniversary?
I was knackered. We're going somewhere at the weekend.
Well, you better make it somewhere special if you want to get through to your second.
Mayhem yesterday. Now they can't even find their own coppers. Nick Klein hasn't even turned up.
So, on the tobacco wars, Monroe reckons there's more to come.
Let's hope he's wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Keeps things interesting, doesn't it?
Question is, can this lot handle interesting?
What do you mean?
Oh, that bitch from Customs was on the phone first thing this morning having a go. The thing is, I'm not so sure she's wrong. Have you been impressed by what you've seen so far?
What, uniforms? It's a bit early to tell, Sarge.
Suppose so. I can't help wondering that the new broom that swept CID should have gone through that lot too.
Nick Klein. No, I haven't seen him since the night before last.
Right. Which room is this?
This one here.
Nick! Not exactly the meticulous type, is he? When was the last time you saw him?
I told you, night before last.
What? Wasn't around last night?
No. But he often drops in for a cup of tea, though, last thing.
Really?
No need to sound so surprised. He tells me what's going on, I tell him about the old days.
But not last night?
Yeah.
Got any idea where he could be?
No idea.
You sure? Not covering up for him, are you?
As if I would.
I've lived in a section house as well, you know.
Look, I don't know where he is. But I can guess what he's been doing. Would you sleep here if you had a better offer?
He'll be shacked up somewhere.
You reckon?
Stands to reason, doesn't it?
If you say so.
Pound to a penny, he'll be running down some road right now, zipping his flies up, trying to work out what excuse he's going to give.
Well, it's not on though, is it?
It happens.
It's unprofessional.
Of course it would never happen in our day, would it? You're joking.
Do what you like in your spare time, but you're in ready for work on time. That's the rule.
And like all rules, most of us break them from time to time.
Oh, all right, Tony, if you say so.
You've got a short memory, Dave.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, some of the stuff we used to get up to.
Well, I can't ever remember letting down my mates.
Do me a favour.
Well, that's what it amounts to, doesn't it? At a time like this, I mean, if it kicks off, we're short-handed.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe I'm just getting old and crusty.
Could be that, Dave.
I should move back into the section house. It sounds like it's one big, long party there these days.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar. Location, please.
Bottom end of Zor Road.
Can you go to the old brickworks on Coates Common Road? A man walking his dogs found a crashed van. Reckon the driver's dead.
Oh, yippee.
Ambulance is on its way. Informants waiting on the roadside. A Mr. Ward.
OK, Sam, show us attending.
What was that, Sam?
Crash van off Coates Common Road, Sarge. We think there's a body inside it. Probably lost it coming back from the pub last night.
Probably pissed. Has Nick Klein rung in yet?
No, he hasn't.
He's got a mobile, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
They come like lunatics round that bend.
Yeah, I've seen a few come off up there myself.
Don't normally come down this far. But Basil put up a rabbit or something and he wouldn't come back, so I had to follow him down. I wish I hadn't now.
So you didn't hear or see the crash?
No, I reckon this happened last night. I'd say it's been there a while.
You reckon there's a dead body in there, do you?
He looked pretty dead to me.
Here we go.
I don't think I'll go any further, if you don't mind.
Don't blame you.
Don't disappear, though, eh?
I'll stay at the water's edge.
Sierra Oscar from 340. Yeah, can I have a vehicle check, please? Index Delta 150 November Tango Hotel.
Stand by, Dave.
What do you reckon?
No chance.
Nah.
Hello?
Nick, where the hell are you?
Who is this, please?
Tony?
Sarge?
Have I just dialed the wrong number?
Well, I don't know. Who are you ringing?
Nick Klein. I take it you found him.
Tony!
Hang on, Sarge. Sarge? Yeah, we found him. Andrew, what's the news on Nick Klein?
Still alive, sir. At least he was 10 minutes ago when they took him away. Tony Stamp and Dave Quinnan have gone with him.
Do we know what happened?
The traffic division's first impression is that it was a straightforward accident. They reckon the driver lost it on the bend, sir. He wouldn't be the first.
Who was the driver?
Tony McBride, sir.
Tell me that's not the Tony McBride.
I wish I could.
What the bloody hell is going on, Andrew?
It's bad enough. Best of times. When it's a mate.
You all right, Dave?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm all right, Jen.
Milk, no sugar.
Cheers.
Jenny.
No, I'm fine, thanks, Tony. See, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
Jen, it was a car crash. They have those even in Essex.
And people attacking each other with hammers?
Well, I'm sure there are people there that will do that for you.
But this is day after day, and bringing it home.
Jen, I'm not really up to talking about it now.
No, of course. People are saying Nick was found with a really heavy-duty criminal. Is it true? What was he doing?
No one knows, Jim. No one knows.
Was Nick Klein involved in some kind of undercover operation that I wasn't informed about?
No, sir.
We've asked around, rung around, no one knows anything.
Unless he was doing something off his own account. I mean, he wouldn't be the first going for a bit of glory.
Andrew?
I have to say, it doesn't sound like Nick Klein.
He was hardly working undercover. He was at school with Tony McBride.
Unless he was stringing them along somehow.
Well, maybe he was grabbed. He was found in the back of a van.
The other possibility is he was working with the McBrides. I'm sorry, sir. It could happen.
Not in my relief.
We'll leave that to CID.
Right, it's enough. All right, thank you. Andrew, could you give me a minute? Matthew, how are the rest of the relief taking it?
As you'd expect, sir.
Most of them will still be in the canteen, won't they?
Sir?
I'll come down shortly, say a few words, thank you.
All right, sir.
I thought we'd left all this behind us.
As far as my people are concerned, so there's nothing to leave behind.
Any reason to doubt Nick Klein?
I've never had cause to.
Well, you've got cause to now.
I thought we were keeping an open mind, sir.
Yes, we are, but there's bound to be speculation, and that can spread like wildfire through a Nick. Whichever way you want to look at it, it's a bloody mess, Andrew.
What did I say not 1 hour ago?
Let's not jump to conclusions, eh?
It's all very well giving Nick Klein the benefit of the doubt. There shouldn't be any doubt.
Oh, come on. Monroe's bound to back his lads up.
If you ask me, there's been too much of that round here. That's what's got them where they are, with half of CID out on their arses.
Yeah, but even so, you can't...
It's guilt by association that worries me.
We don't even know if he's associated yet.
I'm not talking about Nick Klein. I'm talking about us. If this Nick turns out to be rotten from top to bottom, uniform and CID, how's that going to make us look?
Sarge, we've only just arrived.
What difference is that going to make? We can have a situation here where the very words Sun Hill spell career death.
I can't believe it.
Well, the facts are there, pal. They've got to be faced. He went to school with Tony McBride.
Yeah, but McBride was a good bit older.
Well, Nick said he knew him.
You can't blame a man for who he went to school with. The bloke I went to school with became an MP.
Well, you ridden in his car lately?
Look, we all know Nick likes to duck and dive a bit. That's a long way from being bent.
Of course it is.
The trouble is, this Nick's heard it all before.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't that exactly what they said about Don Beach?
I don't believe you. Nice one, Dave.
What?
Come on, Ben.
What?
See ya.
Tony, it's true, though, isn't it?
You don't really believe Nick's bent, do you?
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is we don't know. We don't know, that's what I'm saying. None of us do until he comes round.
Well, what worries me is if he doesn't come round and this case fizzles out for lack of evidence. Where does that leave him? One dead copper with a question mark over his name. You off outside?
Yeah, I want a lift. And I'd hurry up if I were you. Chandler's on his way down.
What for?
He wants to improve morale.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah, but there must be something we can do.
It's down to CID now.
Why?
Well, it's just the way it is.
But we know more about the case than they do, and we know Nick better. You do.
Look, if you want to wear a nice shiny suit, I'm sure you'll get there. But in the meantime, you're stuck with the boring bread and butter stuff, OK?
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, Ben. It's not your fault. It's Dave. He's winding me up.
I suppose what he said was true.
Don't make excuses for him. He wouldn't do it for you.
Listen, why don't we go down to the section house, take a look around Nick's room?
We can't do that.
Why not? We're his mates. He's in hospital. He must need something. You know, shaving kit, monogram pyjamas, favourite teddy bear.
I don't know.
Come on, he might give us a clue. You know, tell us something that he was up to.
Well, it won't do any harm, will it?
Now you're talking.
Morning, Sergeant Boyden. Can I speak to Mrs. McBride, please?
Which one?
Tony McBride's wife.
What is it?
Sergeant Boyden's son, Hill. Can I come in, please?
Where have you got him?
It would be better if we spoke inside.
Oh, my God. It's bad news, isn't it?
Your husband was involved in a motor accident last night. He received serious injuries. I'm afraid he's dead.
Oh, no.
I'm very sorry.
What is it? What's happened? What have you done?
Your son's been killed, Mrs. McBride.
He's dead. Are you sure? I mean, are you sure it's him?
I'm afraid so. His body was found half an hour ago.
Mary, what's up?
It's Tony, love.
What about him?
He's dead.
Get her out of here. Bastards.
Who would that be, Mr. McBride?
Frank.
As far as we can tell, he was in a motor accident.
Oh, you reckon, do you?
Shut up, Frank. Shut up.
He went off the road on a bend on Coates Common Road. Have you any idea where he was going?
For God's sake. Do you think we even care?
Look, I know it's difficult, but I've got to ask a few questions.
It's all right, love.
He was with a police officer by the name of Nick Klein.
Get out.
Have you any idea what business he had with him?
I said get out. What's the matter with you? Our son's dead. Isn't that enough? What more do you want?
I thought we'd established a modus vivendi.
I'm afraid you'll have to translate that.
Why weren't we informed?
I'm informing you now.
2 hours after the event.
We did have other things on our mind, like a colleague on the critical list.
Well, that's a shame, of course.
Thanks for your concern.
But the fact that he was in Tony McBride's van makes it of immediate interest to us.
We don't know yet that this has anything to do with cigarette smuggling.
I should think it was a fair guess.
We try to avoid guesswork here.
Look. I can understand your desire to cover this up.
We're not covering up anything.
It's no secret you've had your problems here.
That was in the past.
I think that remains to be seen.
And I think you better be careful what you're saying.
I don't mean you.
Good.
You're new here. And of course you're loyal to your colleagues. I respect that.
I'm deeply moved.
But are you sure it works both ways?
What do you mean?
If PC Klein turns out to know more about cigarette smuggling than any of us...
Like I say, we're not jumping to any conclusions.
Are you sure he's not the only one? In which case, you're probably not getting the complete picture.
I'll take my chance on that.
Well, of course, that's up to you.
Sorry, Sarge. I just thought you'd want to know. Word from the hospital, Nick Klein's regained consciousness.
Well, that's good news.
I'm sure you'll understand that we need to get there as soon as we can.
Of course. I'll be interested to hear what he has to say.
I'll see you're informed.
I'd appreciate that. I'll be seeing you.
Always a pleasure to deal with customs.
That's what everybody says.
Come on, let's get down the hospital.
Well, I don't know if he's up to being interviewed yet, Sarge.
We'll see about that. Whatever he has got to say, I want to hear about it before uniforms do.
Nearly felt sorry for him.
They're having a bad week.
What'd you make of their reaction when I mentioned Nick Klein?
I don't think they'd ever heard of him.
That's what I thought.
Sarge, just heard from the scene examiner.
That was quick.
He said there was more blood there than is consistent with Nick Klein's injuries.
Well, maybe there's somebody else in the back of the van.
Also, Nick's just come round. DC Riley and DS McAllister are on their way there.
Right, get the blues and Tucson. I want to be there first.
Great. But he's drifting in and out at the moment. You're not going to get much out of him.
Well, the doctor said it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, he's asleep at the moment.
It is important that we speak to him.
Why don't you go get a tea or a coffee and then come back?
Okay. You give us a shout.
Sure.
We'll hang around and all. Give us a shout first, yeah?
Hey, look, you'd all be better off waiting until tomorrow.
Jen, it's important.
It's in Nick's best interest we talk to him straight away.
Before they do.
All right, in you go.
I thought you said he was asleep.
Make it quick.
Nick. It's Sergeant Boyden. Can you hear me? Nick, can you tell me what happened last night?
In that.
That's right. In the van. Who were you with? Can you remember why you were there?
I think you're wasting your time. I did warn you. I guess it'll be tomorrow at the earliest.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Is he in trouble?
We don't know yet.
Has he come round?
Briefly.
There wasn't time to call you and Sergeant Boyden was here.
Did he say anything?
He doesn't know what day it is.
No, unless he was playing for time.
Sorry?
Well, that would be the smart move, wouldn't it? And by all accounts, he's not stupid.
You know, I could have chucked a few things together for him.
Yeah, we thought we'd do it since we were passing.
Nick's in some kind of trouble, isn't he?
Nope.
Don't bluff a bluffer, son. I've 20 years in the game myself, you know. I must say, he's always struck me as a pretty straight up and down type.
Yeah, well, I'll tell him you said so.
What are you looking for?
What's that?
Just some bedtime reading. Right, now, is that everything?
Apart from his disco gear in the storeroom down the corridor. Are you going to tell me what this is all about? Is it about the cigs?
What about them?
Look, I don't want to get myself into any trouble here. Can we keep this between us?
Go on.
I've got a mate who brings them in.
Where from?
I don't know. You don't ask. Nick takes a couple of packs off me, that's all. You can't hang a man for that.
Look, is there something you should be getting on with?
I'll leave you to it.
Good idea.
You know, in my day, we used to watch each other's backs. And that wasn't just looking for somewhere to stick the knife.
Doesn't occur to him we might be looking to save Nick's ass.
I reckon we're wasting our time.
I'll tell you one thing that occurs to me.
What's that?
Well, that disco gear. Nick's been looking to change it, hasn't he?
So?
So, you remember that DJ from yesterday, Johnny Margolis?
Yeah.
Well, Nick was talking to him for quite a while.
He was questioning him.
And not all the time. Margolis was showing him his mixing desk, remember? And last night Nick told me he had to see a man about a dog.
So?
So, what if Margolis was a man and the disco gear was the dog? Hmm?
Johnny Margolis?
The DJ.
Yeah, we know who he is.
We reckon Nick may have been going to see him.
About changing his disco gear.
Well, we know there were 3 in the van.
There we are, then.
Right, hang on. Even if you did go and see Margolis, right, how did they both end up in Tony McBride's van?
Margolis works for the McBrides.
Yeah, McBride told me that.
It's got to be worth a look, Sarge.
We know he's got a form. His fingerprints might be on the database.
OK, I'll check it out.
Yeah, but what happens then? Suppose we pass it on to CID.
Not this time.
Sarge,
Who's under a cloud in this, Nick? CID or uniform?
what, you reckon they might be out to even the score?
Well, let's put it this way. Clearing Nick won't be the top of their agenda.
What about Mr. Monroe?
Nah, we want to play it by the book.
Exactly. We'll keep this one to ourselves. I'll see if we've got any prints. Polly, you take Sherlock and check out Margolis' flat. Tony, Dave, I want you to speak to the landlord of the Bell and Moon. I think he knows more than he's letting on.
So, a couple of known villains, one of them Tony McBride, take time off from a turf war to help Nick out with his hobbies. Can't see it myself.
Yeah, well, it's Margolis we're looking at here.
And he works for the McBrides.
Oh, what is your problem?
I haven't got a problem.
Well, I know you and Nick aren't exactly best mates.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, listening to you, it's as though you want him to be guilty.
Of course I don't.
You should have heard the warden at the section house, giving us grief about stitching up one of our own. It's a good job he can't hear you, Dave.
I'm just trying to be realistic.
Oh, is that what you call it? I don't know what's behind all this, but I hardly recognise you anymore.
All right, Sarge.
Yeah?
Still nothing from the scene examiner.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt they'll take their own good time, as usual.
Do you mind? I'm on a personal call.
Oh, sorry.
Scene examiner's office, please. Yeah, it's Sergeant Boyden. Any chance you can fast-track the marks found in McBride's van against the name of Johnny Margolis?
We're running around like blue-ass flies just to prove Nick's clean.
We have to assume he is.
Well, based on what?
How about trust? I mean, he wouldn't be the first officer to go missing while doing a bit of freelancing now, would he?
Well, hang on, Tony, that was different. I wasn't under suspicion. Or are you saying that I was?
No.
Good.
Only if you had been, you expect your mates to stick up for you.
Oh, all right, I'm the one letting the side down now, am I?
But if we don't support each other, who the hell else is going to?
Tony, I do not need a lecture on loyalty from you.
Fine, I'll shut up then.
Good. What do you suggest we do then?
Let's just drop it, shall we?
I thought you and Dave were mates.
We are.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, well, we're just not seeing eye to eye at the moment.
What about?
Oh, it's a long story.
You mean it's none of my business?
That too. Dave's just not himself at the moment.
I can't say I'd notice any difference.
We're looking for Johnny Margolis. Have you seen him?
Well, seeing us a no.
Hang on. Seen some nasty surprises lurking behind letterboxes. Needles, super glue, battery acid. Nothing this time.
Yeah, not even a Margolis.
There's some letters on the floor.
469 from Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
From Sergeant Boyden, forensics confirm Margolis is your man.
OK, Sam, we're at his place now. No sign of him. Do you hear that? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, all we need to do now is find him.
You're sure you don't know this man?
What was his name again?
Margolis.
No.
He was in here yesterday.
Well, a pub like this has a roving population. Oh, there are a few regulars, but as for the rest, they come and they go. I don't even know that bloke who got attacked in here yesterday. What was his name?
Clive Shepherd.
Well, there you go. You get a spank trying to help him out. I don't even know who he is. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Well, if you do hear anything, give us a call.
Give us a minute, Tony. Right. You and me
going to have a little chat.
I've said all I'm going to say.
Don't you believe it? Have you any idea how much trouble we're going to make for you?
You can't come here threatening me.
I'm not threatening you. I'm informing you what's going to happen. When we spoke to the brewery, you won't be allowed to drink in one of their pubs, never mind run one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about contraband cigarettes sold under the counter on these premises.
I don't know nothing about it.
Well, you're the only one who doesn't. We know the whole story. You, the McBrides, Johnny Margolis. Well, you remember him now, do you?
Look, I'm just trying to make a living. Everybody's at it.
Do me a favour, spare me.
Nobody buys full-price fags anymore. What I bet there's even someone down at your nick.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not a criminal.
Which is why we're here. Give you the chance to do yourself a favour.
I can't. The McBrides. You don't mess with people like that.
You're out of touch. Someone's already messed with them big time. Frankie's up to his eyes in plaster. Tony's on a slab. Their history. And so, I'm afraid, Mr. Green, are you.
Wait. What do you want?
Right now, a few details. In due course, a statement.
What do I get?
Put a good word in with the brewery, you've got a catch chance of keeping your job. Okay. So, what happened yesterday?
Clive Shepherd?
Yeah. Yeah, the bloke who got attacked, what happened?
He was in here to fix up a deal. The McBrides got turned over by the customs a couple of weeks ago.
In Dover, yeah, we know. Go on.
So the word was out, no more cigs. Then Clive comes along with all the cigs you can sell. He's working for a new firm. They brought a big load in, right up the Thames.
This new firm, who were they?
I don't know. I didn't even know Clive until Johnny Margolis brought him along.
Johnny Margolis works for the McBrides.
Not anymore.
According to Dave, Margolis was working for the McBrides.
But now he switched sides.
And now they've got wind of it.
Yeah, well, I think
Well, they're bound to have kept their ears to the ground.
They must have sussed Margolis had done the dirty on them and gone to get him. Tony McBride's crashed the van, Margolis has got out alive and now's lying low.
So where does Nick fit in?
That remains to be seen. Maybe Ben's got it right.
Yeah, well, do we know who this new firm are?
Only that Clive Shepherd's the link man. Tony and Dave have gone to check his flat now. I think we should have a word with the McBrides. I'll see you out the back.
Why didn't you let me say?
Say what?
That it was me that gave Margolis away to the McBrides.
We don't know that it was.
I practically told Fran McBride in the hospital.
They'd have found out anyway. Look, what's done is done.
Yeah, it's bound to come out eventually.
I doubt it, not with all the confusion. There's no point in putting your hands up to something that might not even be your fault.
Sounds like Dave came up trumps after all.
Funny that landlord didn't know anything yesterday.
So, what'd you offer him?
I told him we'd try and square it with the brewery.
Oh, I see. So he was unaware of the trade in contraband cigarettes, and when he found out, he was deeply shocked and informed us straight away.
Yeah, something along those lines, yeah.
And you reckon that'll wash?
No. But he was desperate. He told me he was just trying to make a bob or two on the side.
What's your hurry?
It's Clive Shepherd.
They've got him. They've just taken him.
Taken who?
Johnny Margolis.
Who's they?
I don't know the names, but they're McBride's firm.
All right, just slow down, calm down.
If you don't find him fast, he's a dead man.
Johnny started doing van runs over the channel for the McBrides. All legit, you know. But the demand is something incredible.
So they started bringing the stuff in containers, yeah?
That's right, yeah. Well, by now, Johnny knew all the ins and outs. And through his work round the clubs, could handle the distribution. Had a real good thing going. Only trouble was, Johnny thought he should have been getting a bigger share of the profits.
So he switched sides?
He did a new deal.
Who with?
Do you know the Duffys?
It's the wrong side of the river for them, isn't it?
Not anymore.
Right, tell us about last night.
Well, about midnight, there's a banging on the door. And it's Johnny, in the right state. Said the McBrides were onto him. Tony had been round and grabbed him, and the bloke he was with, and chucked him in the back of the van.
This other bloke, do you know who he was?
He reckons he was one of your lot. A copper.
Did he say why he was there?
Something to do with disco gear.
Tony, Dave, round the back.
Frank.
You again?
Mr. McBride?
What do you want?
I'm looking for Jolly Margolis.
Johnny, what's he done?
He was snatched from Clive Shepherd's flat about half an hour ago.
And you think I did it? Or maybe you think it was her?
I think you know who did it.
Listen, Johnny Margolis is a friend of my son's. Why would I want to hurt him?
Oh, you've had a falling out over contraband cigarettes.
How's that again? Listen, I've told you, I don't know nothing about contraband cigarettes.
In that case, you won't mind us having a look round your house?
Yes, I bloody well would. Have you forgotten this is a house in mourning?
Be the quickest way to sort it out.
You got a warrant?
No, but I can get one. And in the meantime, this house will be under observation.
Ain't you got no respect? Go on then, be my guest. But be quick. My missus is back in half an hour and I want you gone by then.
He's letting us in.
That means there's nothing in there.
I take it you got more than one house.
Don't move, yeah? Stay still. We know what this is about. We know all about you and the Duffies. And what is it they want from you?
Duffy's got new consignment coming in. That lot wanted to know where and when.
Did you tell him?
Oh, yeah.
You going to tell us?
Island Lane. A container depot. 2 o'clock.
OK, there are 3 lanes out. The other side is the river. 8-4, I wait to cover the path by the creek. I doubt if anyone will come over the wire, but you never know your luck. Any questions? OK, let's go.
I think we should inform Customs, Sarge.
What for? It's public order. My bride's having to go at the Duffies. If we find any fags, we'll give them a ring.
I take it you were going to inform us.
What about?
About a certain Mr. Margolis taking flying lessons. And where you're off with all the cavalry.
Well, I didn't think you'd be interested.
Really? So you won't mind if we come along for the ride, then?
Be my guest. You never know, you might learn something.
This looks like it's Sarge. Container coming in now.
Thank you very much, sir. It's really good of you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Excuse me, sir. This way. Thank you.
79 for 595. The lorry's been sent down the far end. It's out of sight.
Received. 469 from 79.
Can you see them, Paul?
Moving into position now, Sarge.
Yeah, they're unloading at the river end. It looks like 4 men taking delivery.
He must have been scared to jump out that window.
What would you do? They weren't exactly going to run him home afterwards, were they?
Yeah, but even so. Oi, oi. Here we go.
79 from DS McAllister. There's a blue Mercedes and a blue transit van passing us, turning south into Lasser Street. Come on.
Sounds promising. We'll give them a minute to soften each other up.
All hell's broken out down here, Sarge.
Sounds like it's party time. All units, go, go, go.
Years ago, the other side of the river.
I know what it's like.
Yeah, we know.
Here we go. I suppose you're going to tell me these are for your own personal use.
John, saw that guy out over there.
Right, what have we got in here? Someone get onto an ambulance. Everybody stay calm.
I wouldn't have thought this was your style.
What was I supposed to do? Just let it all go down the pan?
Can you remember anything?
I remember getting into some bloke's car.
Johnny Margolis?
Yeah, Johnny. Well, he was going to sort me out a good deal for a mixing desk.
A mixing desk? Nick, can you do me a favour?
Yes, Sarge?
Next time, pay the market price.
So, you're all right about Nick Klein and Margolis?
Yeah.
Well, don't go too hysterical on me.
Yeah, well, the fact is, I reckon it was me that got him into that mess in the first place.
How'd you work that one out?
Something I let slip yesterday to Frank McBride.
Look, Nick Klein got himself into bother because he was chasing some iffy deal, which is Nick all over. So I won't go tying myself in knots over that fortune.
No?
Quite a day.
Yeah, it's not always like this.
No, it wouldn't bother me if it was.
Well, not what you see wears off, I'm going to assure you. Listen, how you getting on with Paul?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, she's a good officer. You can learn a lot from her.
Yeah, I reckon we all could.
I just had a very satisfying conversation with Danielle Rogers, Sarge.
Really?
I told her in the spirit of keeping her informed about cigarette smuggling, we just nicked the old gang, and some of the new gang, and about 1 million cigarettes, and did they think they could handle it from there?
Well, I hope she was suitably grateful.
Through gritted teeth.
How's Nick Klein?
In the clear.
I know that.
Disappointed.
Of course not.
Could have fooled me.
Is that why we were cut out the loop?
We need to know we can trust our colleagues.
I was trying to be impartial.
We're not very hot on that round here, not when it comes to our own.
So I've heard.
If you've got a problem with that, maybe you should move elsewhere. CIB would suit you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know what he said to the landlord.
Just a bit of bluff, bit of bluster, you know.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, it did the business. I'm sorry about having a go earlier.
Forget about it. Just forget about it.
No, I was out of order. I mean, it was you who got Nick off the hook.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, it was. While the rest of us sat around talking, you got up and did something.
I just lost my rag, that's all. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking of Nick.
Oh, and there's me thinking you were being a white knight.
I just wanted to get the whole thing sorted. I've got enough complications at home, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm under a bit of pressure. Jenny wants to move.
Somewhere bigger?
Somewhere further away. Colchester, to be exact.
What?
She's seen some job advertised. She wants me to get a transfer.
And what do you want?
I don't know.
What's brought all this on?
I don't know. Some of the stories I keep coming home with her. What she sees at work every day. She thinks Colchester will be a better place to bring up kids.
She's not?
No. Well, that's the next step, though, isn't it?
So what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it'd be best for everyone if you did move away.
Ready? What's wrong with everybody? Had a good result. Supposed to be a joyous occasion.
Yeah.
Holly and I going for a drink. You want to come?
No, I'd better get home. Look, have a good evening, yeah?
See ya.
See ya.
Hey, I've just heard from the hospital. Nick's come round and he's making sense. Well, that's the first. We're going for a drink. Come on. Yeah, come on. Have a quick one. He doesn't. I know.